Hello and welcome to Riot. I'm your host Tisa and this is
May May.
And we're here today to discuss tragedy,
Sadness.
depression. We haven't did we do one last week?
Last weekend.
So it's been over a week since we've done one, week and a half.
Yeah.
We've been busy.
So this week's Thanksgiving week. It's supposed to be a holiday. It's supposed to be amazing. And it's not. It's been rough. Do you want me to get into it?
Can you handle it?
I can.
Okay.
So we had 3 cats. We have Princess, who is a beautiful black long-haired cat. She has long fluffy black hair. She's super soft. I got her 10 years ago when she was a little kitten. She was my big tomcat Boo Boo, his niece. I got her before I got married to my second husband, and I was kind of getting baby fever. So what do you do when you have baby fever? I got a cat. So I got Princess, and she's very she's cuddly. She liked for me to hold her like a baby, and I would hold her like a pet baby, and I would pet her tummy, and if she really wanted it, she would crawl on my lap and meow at me until I held her like a baby. She when I took Boo Boo in for the last time to the vet because he was sick and I needed to put him down, she knew, and I put him down near her, and she tapped his forehead with her forehead, and it was the sweetest thing I've ever seen. Anytime there was a kitten around, she was always there taking care of it, even though she wasn't ever a mom. She always took care of the kittens. Moxie, when our cat Love had kittens, she took care of those. Cindo used to take her and put her in boxes in the playroom, and she always let her. She also had hairballs all the time, and that's okay because that means she's healthy. And then we also had Ridley. I got Ridley 4 years ago. She was a calico. I saw her on the Humane Society website because Boo Boo had just died. So after Boo Boo died, I wanted another cat, so I got Ridley. And I saw her on the Humane Society website, and she had one of those faces that had the half orange and half, I think it was white. Faces, and I just fell in love with her from day one. She was always a little finicky. She always liked to go hide, but every so often when she was feeling brave or she really wanted attention, she would come meow at me until I paid attention to her. And then she only wanted to be pet her way in her time. And so she would walk towards you, let you pet her 3 times, and then walk away. And then she would go in like a circle and come back and let you pet her 3 times and then walk away. She would do that for a long time.
3 times?
Yeah, you'd pet her, and then she'd walk away.
Oh, and it was 3 times every time?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, and even over there, when I was in my office, she always knew when I was in my office, so she'd meow at the door until I would come out there and pay attention to her. And then she would jump on where we have the games. Same thing. I'd pet her a little, and then she'd walk away, and then she'd come back, and then I'd pet her. And then our newest cat, we got Moxie about 6 months ago. And Moxie's a boy, and he's an alpha cat, and he's very in your face. And he's a very sweet boy. He's lovable. He likes to sit on your lap. And then we have Kayla, and you guys all know about Kayla.
That big-headed baby.
The big-headed baby, who we sing to. And then when my ex-husband and I got divorced, he has one of those jobs where he goes out of town all the time. He goes up to the mountaintops and he's out of town. And so the last 6 months, every time he's out of town, I take his dogs for the night. So we have Luna, who's a very sweet girl, but she's allergic to everything. But she still wants to cuddle and she wants to be a part of things. But she's a sweet girl. And then we have Mocha Joka, who's a little chihuahua, who I got from my best friend, who likes to lick everything. She's a licker, and even if she can't reach your face, she's gonna lick the air right in front of your face. we got her because my friend Charlotte had a dog with who was another Chihuahua, and Kayla liked to lick her eyes. So we got, or not Kayla, Mocha liked to lick her eyes. So every so often for the past 6 months or so, we have had 6 animals in the house. And that was fine. They all got along. Everything was fine. There was no problems. And then I picked him up on Sunday because Jesse was in Sholo. And I brought him home, and nothing seemed amiss. Luna was a tiny bit more growly at Kayla because Luna wanted to sit next to me and Kayla wanted to sit next to me, and they couldn't both sit next to me at the same time because, God forbid. And so, but that was normal. Luna growled at her a little bit every time she visited, so I didn't think anything of it. And we went to bed. And then I woke up the next morning and I came downstairs all dressed for work to go journal. And I walked down the stairs and I found Ridley. This is a cat that likes to hide all the time, so Ridley out. And she was very obvious that she had died. So I turned around and went back upstairs to wake Tisa up because I thought, okay, well, we could take care of the body, we can clean up, and then I could still get to work. And I woke her up, and I came back out to come start doing things, and I turned to the loft, and I found Princess.
My question is, how did you find Princess? Like, it's dark.
I turned the light on, the light to the stairway.
Just to find her? Or...
No, I had turned it on already. I had walked by her.
Okay.
You know how oblivious I am.
Yes.
So I found Princess, and so I turned around and I went back in our room, and I'm like, there's something happened. Something really, really awful happened. Princess is dead too. And so I let Tisa get up. I took all the dogs, I put them outside, I fed them, and I called Jesse and I said, Ridley and Princess are dead. And something happened, and we have to do something. And I think the dogs did it. And I went back outside. He wanted me to take pictures of the dogs, because all of these things I didn't even think of. And so I took pictures of the dog. Kayla had blood on her snout all over, and one scratch. And Luna had scratches all the way up her snout on both sides, and she had an injured leg. Mocha is a Chihuahua and is not, she didn't do anything. So now we have 2 dogs we need to rehome, and 2 dead kittens, and children that are going to get up in 30 minutes. So there was some cleaning. I called off of work and shampooed the carpets, and it was very obvious that Princess had been gotten by the dogs. She fought for her life. There was blood all over. There was fur all over. She fought like hell. And even, she died scared as hell. And it was the most awful thing I think I've ever seen. I don't know what happened to Ridley. She had head trauma. We have a big balcony, and she liked to jump on it. And I think maybe she got scared and she jumped over it and fell. Or the dogs got to her, but it didn't really look like the dogs got to her. So I don't know what happened to her.
That was my phone.
But, what do you think?
I have no idea. I didn't look her over. You are the one that looked them over. Did you look, closely?
No.
Did you look closely at?
No. I didn't look very closely at either one of them. But it was obvious what happened to Princess.
Yes.
But it wasn't so obvious what happened to Ridley. Moxie was terrified. Moxie is one of those cats that's always in your face. He's always out, and he was hiding and would not come out. He normally sits at the door when Kayla's outside, and he would not come out. So, but he was okay. And yeah, that's how we woke up on Monday. And so I took care of everything. We both took care of everything. We still have to find a home for Kayla. Kayla's completely, she's a wonderful dog. She's amazing. She's trained. She can fetch. She can do all of the things. I do not think she was the instigator in this. I think she was just peer pressured into it. But I'm having a hard time justifying keeping her, and I'm afraid when I'm not home. And I would keep her if I could, but she needs to be in a home with no cats and probably no other animals, and she will make you the happiest person in the whole wide world. Because she's trained, and she's potty trained, and she's cuddly, and she's amazing.
We've had no accidents in the house from her at all.
Nope. She's a really good girl, and she has a lot of personality. She, like, all of her toys and anything in the house that she thought looked cool, she would take to the top of the stairs. And we have, like, one of those stairways that goes up, and then it turns, and then it goes up again, and she would take it to where it turns and to go up, and she would put all of her toys and everything that she thought looked interesting, she would put it right there. Like, this is mine. I'm going to put it here.
She plays fetch, but not really. Like, you throw the ball and she'll go and get it, but she'll bring it back and put it back into her toys. She doesn't want to give it to you. She wants to
show you that she has it.
Yeah, put it where it belongs.
And she loves tennis balls. She's a good girl. I'm really sorry that this happened.
Me too.
It was a rough day, and I'm really sad. But last night, Kayla and Mocha and Moxie were all downstairs, and I was upstairs. They were downstairs with Tisa, and I was upstairs getting ready for bed. And I walk out there to turn off the lights, and I turned off the lights, and I felt a paw on my foot. And so I think that maybe Princess was telling me that it's okay. I don't know what it was. And that was really made me feel a little better. But I don't know what happened. And so I guess sometimes if circumstances are right, things just happen.
Yeah. And we were talking about rehoming both of them.
Yeah, Jesse's going to rehome Luna.
No, the cats. Before this happened.
We had been talking about rehoming Ridley for sure, because Ridley was not happy. Ridley only just now started coming back out, meowing at me. But it's taken 3 months for her to come out. I don't know.
I felt horrible. Like, the scene, the images, this stuck in my head and stuff. And I wasn't close to either cat because they were always hiding the past since we got Kayla. Like, Princess would come out every once in a while. But I wasn't really close to either one of the cats. Ridley was beautiful, though. Her colors were beautiful. The pattern was beautiful. Just, the whole situation sucks. And I hate to see Kayla go, but I know it'll be the best because my brother's afraid when they come over for New Year's that, something might happen.
And we would normally say that no, nothing could happen ever. Nothing could happen. But now that it's happened, you can't be sure.
Yeah.
And we know that she was involved. I wish we didn't know that, but we know that she was involved.
So, we have to get rid of the big-headed baby. If anybody is interested in a pit that is beautiful and loving and caring and loves to be sung to.